Let's make a paper lei and chat about the Silhouette Summit in Hawaii. Hi, and welcome to my craft room. My name is Kelsey. I also call myself Dinosaur Mama, and today is definitely going to be a different video than I usually do. Usually I just do a craft or I teach you something in studio or in design space, but today I want to show you how to make the paper lei. And then I also just want to sit here and chat about what I saw and experienced at the Silhouette Summit 2024 in Hawaii. It was an absolute dream to go. I went with my best friend Stephanie and we had a great time. We saw the new products released. We saw the new studio that's being released. Also their web aspect of it, I guess you can say. It's called Silhouette Web. It's going to be an online platform that you can access for free. And that's already in beta testing, so you can go on and try it now. And it's very similar to Design Space. So if you've been wanting to make the switch from Design Space to Studio, it's going to be a smooth and easy transition now, I promise. We went to the summit last week. I know I'm like a little behind. I'm like the one person who's not been posting about this on YouTube, but I got there on Tuesday, September 10th, and we stayed until Saturday. It was in Waikiki and it was amazing. So the first day was our summit where we sat down and we got to see the president. We got to see all of the employees of the Silhouette community from America, Japan, and Europe come together, and they talked about all the different products, all the different stuff about Studio. So I'm going to share what I saw while I'm making the craft. So we are making a paper lei. I did get to do this in Hawaii. I got to film a little bit of that there as well, but the free SVG file will be available for download on my website. You can find the link down below in the description, and I am going to have a link to the blog post where I'm just gonna go over what I saw at Silhouette Summit 2024. So I'm not gonna give a super detailed instruction on this because it's pretty easy. I'm going to give up the instructions in writing on the screen. Again, pretty easy to do. You can find all the materials linked down below in the description as well. And so if you're ready, let's get started chatting. Okay, so when you bring in your paper lei, you're going to have one leaf and two sized paper flowers. You can of course adjust these however you'd like. What I ended up doing was I made about 16 of the leaves and I made about 16 flowers total. So it's totally up to you on how many you want to make of each and then what colors you want to do. So all you have to do is just use your duplicate over on the side, or obviously just right click and duplicate and then send over to your machine. I cut mine out with 65-pound cardstock. And I'm also using little paper straws in between. So that's really all you'll have to do in Studio. So this is Silhouette Web. I haven't even signed into my account yet to start using it. So you'll be able to design like you do over in Silhouette Studio, but all online. So it makes it a little more portable. It's kind of similar to Silhouette Go. I don't use Silhouette Go, but that's what's kind of similar to. To me, it reminds me a lot of Cricut Design Space. So this was one of the announcements. I can't show you Silhouette Studio 5 because I don't have access to Silhouette Studio 5, but this is up and ready to go. So all you'd have to do is go to beta.silhouette-web.com/design. So I have that linked down below, and basically he's going to walk you through everything, and then you can get started on your designing. So you can access this on any device that has access to Chrome. So you can access this on a Chromebook and use it. The only thing is that if you are using something like an iPad, you're not going to be able to send through web. You're going to have to send through Silhouette Go, but it will automatically set you up to send it. So this is going to be great if you are a beginner, especially because when you go to send, so let's just say I go to grab a shape, right? And then I go to send. It's going to walk you through everything that you need, and it's going to tell you how to set it all up. So I'm telling you, so easy to do. It's going to be great. So here it says, cardstock, cut, auto blade, right? And we're going to hit continue, and it'll walk you step by step with all the instructions. So it's going to make it so much easier for you to set up your machine and get started with your Silhouette. So if you have been kind of on the fence of getting a Silhouette because you were scared of Studio, now they're introducing Web and they're going to introduce 5, and these are really similar, and it's going to walk you step by step through how to set everything up. So it's great for a beginner. I am going to go back into here. And so this is going to be your general setup of Studio, and I'm definitely going to do a full video on that. But once you have everything cut out, we can jump over to assembly for our lei. So the first thing for our lei is I'm just going to cut up little pieces of straw. I did them to about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch. And you can make obviously about 16 to 20, but you'll need as many as you are for the flowers. So if you have 25 flowers, you're going to need enough space in between all of those. So the first thing that I want to talk about that I saw was Silhouette Studio 5. Since we already went over the web, let's talk about Studio 5. It's going to have a much cleaner, not cleaner because I think Studio is great now, just like a more user-friendly interface when it comes to actually using it. So you're going to be able to see the icons more clearly on the side, and it's going to have that walkthrough when you're sending. And I have to say, when I first got started with Silhouette Studio, my biggest problem was like figuring out how to set up my mat, because it's not like Cricut Design Space where everything's organized by color and then you just pick a material and it kind of like goes in order. I felt like it was kind of jumbled. But now it is in order. It's like pick your machine, pick your material, load up your correct blade. And so it's going to become more like Cricut Design Space. Even the interface in the beginning of Studio is going to be easier for you to use. It has, links over into the design store. So if you wanted to purchase a specific image, it will send you over to send that. It'll show you your library. It will even have projects for you to try. So there's lots of things like that that are super similar to the design store. So I have to say, if you were a beginner when it comes to Studio, this is going to be such an easy transition for you now. So the next part of our flower is going to be just shaping the flowers, and I'm just using my fingers to do this. So you can go ahead and shape them in stacks, or you can do them individually, and I'm just giving them a little bit of a curve. But I'm going to go ahead and continue to talk about what else I saw at Summit. I'm going to add in some pictures too on the screen, so I'm not just chatting and you're looking at flowers, I promise. I'm going to add in some much more stuff too. So the other thing that was announced was the Cameo 5 is going to have a home collection, and this is going to be just different colors, kind of. Not even colors. They're more like, patterns? I don't know. It just fits into your home. So if you have like a certain, je ne sais quoi, I don't know, like something with your craft room, you're going to have more options now. So they have a black marble, they have a wood finish, and couldn't think of the last one because it's already out, and that's the marble that they have already. So those are the 3 different new Timeless Elegance collection that they are introducing. And then the next big announcement was the Cameo Pro MKII. Now, I probably will not get one of these machines. I don't want to say I won't, but I don't know. But it is a Cameo Pro, so it is 24 inches. It's definitely quieter than any of the other machines I've ever had of a Silhouette or have heard about. It is very quiet. Like, I was shocked at how quiet it was. It has more speed, more force, and then it has an auto crosscut feature. So if you're working with a lot of vinyl, and that is, it will cut with the blade all the way across. And I kind of wish every machine had this. And then it also has a manual crosscut in the back. Now, the Pro now has a auto repeat function, so just like the Cameo 5 does, that is doable on the new one. And it has 5 rollers, and those rollers are removable, so you can really cut things that are super, super small, which is awesome. And then it does have a catch stand, which is super cool if you're working with a lot of vinyl. Again, I don't make like huge projects, which I wish I did, I guess, right? But if you're working on like a massive project, this is awesome because you can just continuously go through and it will catch your vinyl. It's anti-stick. And from what I have heard, it's going to be priced at $499.99 for the machine, and then the stand is $299.99, and the stand will work with any machine. It's just that the new Cameo Pro Mark II will be attachable with screws at the bottom. All the other machines will not have that They will not have that ability. Now, the next things that I want to talk about, I don't have pictures of everything, but they are introducing a super fine heat pen for the foiling. So if you've seen some of my other videos on foiling, there's going to be an even thinner pen. It's going to be 0.5 millimeter, so super fine. And then for the Curio, so Curio 2, you're going to have an engraver super fine at 1 millimeter and a leather carving knife. And those look super cool, but I don't have a Curio 2 either. So maybe in the future, I don't know. Let's manifest it. I'm going to need a bigger craft room though. And then they also are introducing an extra large adapter for the pen holder. So if you have ever used the Silhouette pen holders, they are super cool. And now it's going to be able to hold a regular sized Sharpie. So super awesome. And the last announcement that they made, which I think is kind of like their biggest announcement, is the Cloche. So it is a heat press. It is supposed to give a suitcase vibe. It's really, really cute, and it's super small. And so I like that because I have an auto heat press right now and it is very bulky. Now the size of it is going to be, for the heat plate, 10 by 6 inches. It's only coming in at 10 pounds or 5 kilograms. So it's really, really light, like I said before. And you can like close it up and put it away in your craft room. And that's what I love about it, because like I said, I have a bulky auto press, and yes, my auto press is larger, but it's heavy and it's like kind of clunky. I like my auto press obviously because it's easy, but having something that's smaller and that I can put away is super nice, and it's gonna be like just a cute thing to have in your craft room. So that's cool. So let's talk about the Cloche a little more and the details of it. So it has no temperature gauge, so you can't choose the temperature, but it has from L, I guess I should say it doesn't have from L to H because that doesn't make sense. It has an L, an M, and an H kind of on a dial. Not kind of on a dial, actually on a dial. I really need to take a speech class. It's on a dial, and the lowest it's going to be is 250 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 degrees Celsius, and it's going to go up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. And that middle one, the M, is going to come in at around 320 degrees Fahrenheit. There is no timer, and this is definitely something that everyone was talking about. There's no timer on it. It's set at 45 seconds, and so that is a little long, but they went based off of Silhouette standards and what they use for their heat transfer vinyl. So they did 45 seconds, and then a timer goes off. And that timer starts as soon as you close the lid. Not as soon as you lock it, but as soon as you close the lid. So it is a locking mechanism at the bottom. It is very safe. You do have to press a button on the side to pull it down. You just need to be careful that you're not going to like slam it and end up breaking your Cloche. And the colors are going to be milky white, chiffon pink, and ice green. I love the ice green one. And it does come with the Cloche Petite, which is just the cutest thing. It's like a little mini heat press, and it's pretty tiny, honestly. You literally can fit it between 2 fingers, and you can use your Cloche Petite for like fixing things. So like if something doesn't press right, or if something starts to peel, you can go back with it and you just tap it over and over again. And then it also will be good for rhinestones as well. So the Cloche is going to be around $249.99. That is what I've been told for now. And of course, that is subject to change because things are always changing in the world. And it does come with the Cloche Petite. They do not have any, like right now, they're not thinking of releasing the Petite on its own. It's going to just come in the back, and it has like a holding spot in the back for the Petite, which I like a lot. The Petite is also not mobile, so you can't like plug it in, heat it up, and take it to go. Like, you know, like a cordless glue gun. It's not cordless. It has to be attached. I think that's for safety, so that we're not going around burning people. And then I think that was it. It will have a silicone mat inside. They will sell the silicone mats separately if you need to replace it. But it's really cute, and I can't wait to get one if I get one. So yeah, those are all the things that I saw at the summit. I had a wonderful time. Of course, I'm going to insert a picture of me here drinking out of a coconut on the beach. It was wonderful. I met really great people. There's a lot of really great crafters out there. There's so many people to learn from, and there's still so much for me to learn in studio. So Silhouette's amazing, amazing brand. This summit is invite only, so if you have any questions about that, please feel free to send me a message privately. I'd love to discuss it more with you, especially if that's something that you're interested in getting to as a goal. But I hope you enjoyed this little craft and chat. Thanks for chatting with me, or I guess listening to me. Listening to me chat as I made my paper lei. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the stuff from the Silhouette Summit this year. If you are interested in more information, please don't hesitate to leave me any comments and questions down below. I am happy to answer them. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps me so much. Subscribe to my channel for more crafty videos, and share this with one of your craft friends who wants to know what happened at the Silhouette Summit. I will see you soon in my craft room, and stay crafty.